there! Welcome back to my channel! Now, we are going to continue with the Chinese drama Justifiable Defense. Let's start with the second murder. As we mentioned in the previous video, the person from whom this crime originated is none other than Zhang Yuan, Zhang Ting's abuser and the one who spread rumors about Mei Zheng in high school, claiming she was a slut who slept with many boys after she rejected him. So, 14 years ago, during high school, Zhang Yuan was taking private English lessons from Mei Zheng. Spending more time together, he fell in love with her and even confessed his feelings, but she rejected him. For her, he was just a classmate that she was helping. Upset and disappointed in love, one day he told his friend Zhou Lin, when he noticed Lin staring at Mei, that she looked down on him and thought herself superior to both Zhou Lin and Zhang Yuan. This was the trigger that Zhou Lin, being Zhang Yuan's friend, decided that Mei needed to be taught a lesson for this supposed superiority, even though the poor girl, she had done nothing wrong except reject Zhang Yuan's declaration of love. This was the trigger. It seems that in one day holiday, when Mei went to the library, Lin followed her and tried to scare her to forcefully kiss her, clearly intending to teach her that lesson after being misled by Zhang Yuan, who, by the way, was watching from a distance as Lin pulled Mei's hair, enjoying seeing her terrified and horrified. Only that, they did not expect someone to intervene, namely Li Mu Feng, another boy from their school who liked Mei, although he seemed not to have realized it at the time. The fact that it was during a school holiday is important for context because there were very few people around in the campus and library, and it means that only someone close to Mei would know she enjoyed borrowing books from the library even during holidays and exactly when she would go there. Well, Li Mu Feng's intervention to protect Mei escalated to him stabbing Lin with a knife, which resulted in Zhou Lin's death. This is where the crime that will be debated as to whether it was justifiable defense or not originated. The case reached prosecutor Duan Hongshan, who made a decision that would completely change Li Mu Feng's life. We learned that Li Mu Feng was a very good student and had every chance of becoming whatever he wanted. But following this incident, he ended up serving 4 years in prison. After those 4 years, he suffered a big trauma. His mother no longer wanted to see him and was ashamed of him. He couldn't keep a rental because as soon as landlords found out he had served time for killing someone, they evicted him. He tried to pursue a degree in political science and law. He even studied in prison and was recommended and admitted, but everywhere he went, once it was discovered he had served time, he was turned away. Wherever he went, people whispered behind his back as if he wasn't allowed to do anything anymore because of one mistake he had made trying to defend the girl in high school, but no one looked into the details. The verdict was enough. He had been to prison. He eventually managed to find work with a craftsman who worked with glass, and he did so with the help of the prosecutor Duan Hongshan, who after Li Mu Feng's release tried to help him out of guilt for not being able to deliver another verdict. Two questions arise from this. First question: why couldn't prosecutor Duan Hongshan rule it as justifiable defense? And the second question: doesn't Li Mu Feng hold resentment towards prosecutor Duan Hongshan? For the first question, we have a clear answer. Li Mu Feng was not the initial target in the altercation between Lin and Mei, so technically he got involved in something that didn't concern him. According to to the prosecutor and the law when two people are arguing, fighting, shooting, whatever they are doing. You don't jump in blindly and claim to be defending one, because you can get hurt, you could even die, or, as in this case, end up in prison. Doing good is not always good for yourself. You can pay dearly for an unsolicited act of goodness. Technically, he should have called for help first. In any way, shout, run to the librarian woman who was wearing headphones and listening to music, ask her to call the security, or he could have created a diversion just as Lin had, or he could have created a diversion. Just as Zhou Lin had knocked over a shelf of books onto Mei, Li Mu Feng could have done the same thing or something similar, or even if he wasn't physically strong, as he later stated that he had no experience in fighting, he could have thrown books at Lin until he distracted him from Mei and, I don't know, try to chase Li Mu Feng instead. Or he could have dialed the emergency number and the call could be tracked instantly. There were many things he could have done before intervening directly and ending up stabbing Lin and thus killing him. Moreover, prosecutor Dong Hongshaw also pointed out that Lin and Li Mu Feng were roughly the same height and weight, and the stick that Lin used to hit Li Mu Feng wasn't thick enough to cause the same level of damage as a knife. Therefore, Li Mu Feng acted emotionally and got involved in a fight he could have stopped by other means. In my opinion, I think that's absolutely fair, even if we don't like it because Li Mu Feng is handsome, smart, and a good boy trying to save the girl he likes. But in this situation, he just acted recklessly. And now we can compare these two previous situations. In the first case, we have Zhang Yuan broke into Zhang Ting's home specifically to abuse her. So clearly, she had no time to seek help for anyone. She had to defend herself. She was directly involved. Whereas in Li Mu Feng's case, things are different. No one attacked him directly. He inserted himself into the situation, even though he could have found various ways to get help or stop Lin's attack. All of this was reinforced when Li Mu Feng requested a retrial for the case that took place 14 years ago, like in the present time, in hopes of being acquitted and clearing his name and the record. Unfortunately for him, the retrial concluded the initial verdict that had been correct. This retrial was handled by prosecutor Fang Lingyong. Her conclusion was also that Lin had a stick and Li Mu Feng had a knife, meaning it wasn't a fair fight considering they were of equal stature and build, but still, he received the minimum sentence allowed in such a case. Only during this retrial does Li Mu Feng finally learns the truth. Lin had not been abusing Mei. That incident was a one-off, and Mei's true tormentor was, as we know, none other than Zhang Yuan. We also find out that Zhang Yuan abused Lin too, forcing him to burn himself with cigarettes just to prove that they were brothers or friends. So, on that fateful day, the one who sent Lin to the library after Mei was none other than Zhang Yuan, and somehow Li Mu Feng ended up killing an innocent boy. There was no concrete proof that Lin was trying to sexually assault Mei, so even though Li Mu Feng stepped in to help her, it should have only been a fight between two equally matched individuals, but Li Mu Feng picked up a lethal weapon, a knife, which led to Lin's death. As for the second question, wouldn't you hold a grudge against someone you believed had wronged you, who ruined your life? Not to mention, I'll ask again the same question from the last video. If Zhang Ting left home secretly and didn't tell anyone where she was going, where she stayed, how did Zhang Yuan find out where to go? See you for the third murderer.